Welcome back to TopherTvPodcast, man. As I see, I got me a guest right here, my brother, aka, what's your name, bro?
Lorenzo. But you call me Zoe.
Yeah, you can call us up, you can call us up. Yeah, this is my brother, man, homie, for the longest of times, you know what I'm saying? We've been locked in for a minute, but
Long time.
yeah, for sure.
Can I tell him how I first met you?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's funny though, because you're going to probably be embarrassed.
I don't even remember.
Alright, for y'all who don't know, when we first moved to Mississippi, me and my sister, we were in, I think, 8th grade, 7th grade. And I don't know what was going on at church. That's where we met him.
Yeah.
And then it was you and Maya. Y'all were like 6th, 5th grade at the time. I think me and they were like,
Who's that, young?
Yes.
That's crazy.
And I remember, I don't know if we were at a youth event, or something, but I remember you kept staring at us.
I was staring.
You were always staring at, like the whole you kept staring at us like, what is this boy staring at me for? We don't know you. Because we ain't ever met Chris up to that point. I think you were always in the children's church, so like we were in the sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
You were always staring. You and Maya, y'all kept staring at us. And I remember when we came home, I was telling Nate, my sister, I was like, yo, you seen that boy Chris staring at us? She's like, yeah. But after that, I think we finally like talked at church. I think you got a little older and we played basketball outside. That's
Dang, I was staring, bro.
Yeah, bro. I don't know what you're doing.
I ain't even think about it. I didn't even know that. Like, I couldn't remember exactly the first day we started chopping it up and like became cool. You know what I'm saying?
I don't remember either.
Yeah.
But I know that part.
I knew for a fact it was 100% at church.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But dang, I'm staring at a bad little kid.
I don't know what you were doing, man. I don't even remember what was going on, but yeah, that's what.
Yeah, but bro, this my dog, so. But shout out to y'all, man. Y'all been showing love. You know, keep sharing it,
Yes.
keep tuning in, and you know, give us some feedback. If y'all want us to talk about something in particular, let us know. You know what I'm saying? That's what we here for. But we gotta talk hoops. So for all of y'all who don't know, you know what I'm saying? I played ball. Zoe played football and basketball.
Mm-hmm.
But then he developed a love for basketball like none other. You know what I'm saying? I personally think it's the greatest sport.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's the greatest sport as far as like entertaining. And then not only that, I feel like with football, a lot of people don't play both sides of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So in basketball, it's unique that you have to be able to be deemed good or like great. You got to be able to do everything. You know what I'm saying? So playing defense, to rebounding, to be able to dribble the ball and score, put the ball in the hole. You know what I'm saying? But where did you get this newfound love for basketball from? You think?
That's actually why I was writing my book, bro. But I played football in high school.
Right.
And I didn't care about basketball that much at all. I like LeBron, I like Carmelo, but I wasn't into it. I was all about football. I think when it changed when all of us wanted to play sports growing up,
right,
to be pros. I think in high school when I realized I wasn't gonna make it to the next level in football, like senior year, I was mad about it, like legit mad about it, because I didn't put the work in. But at the time I'm thinking like, oh man, I deserve to have played. But then looking back, like I didn't practice after school. I didn't practice after practice. So I think when I graduated high school and I was about to go to the Army, I had 6 months to wait, and my friend Josh at the time, shout out to him, Josh Brown, he played on the Algebra High School basketball team. And when we graduated, I had all this free time, so we used to go to the Air Force Base.
Yeah.
And we would play up there every day.
That place covered.
What's the name of that place again?
Keesler Air Force Base.
Go there all the time in that summer, that 6 months leading up to me going to basic, play basketball as much as we could, and I don't really remember like all the games, but I remember you may know some people like Tisa, Smith, Bradford, Manu.
Yeah. They made it sound familiar.
Yeah, I think he played against Bradford, matter of fact, because he was a junior when you were, I think, a sophomore.
I gotta see the face. Yeah.
But anyway, one thing I noticed during that time was like, I was better at basketball than I was in football just by natural.
Like naturally, yeah.
And I don't understand it. I really don't. I didn't practice basketball, but I remember every time I would go, I would like take a few days off, weeks off, come back, and then I was like, dang, I couldn't do this last time. Even dribbling, shooting, rebounding, understanding the game. That's when it started.
Yeah, I feel like football, it's a lot harder to play in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Because like to be good at basketball, you don't have to do everything, but to be great, you have to be good at everything. But you know, I don't think I can go out there and run a perfect route tree. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's hard to do. And kudos to the people who can do it. But like with basketball, like if I can run and make a layup, I can get on anybody's team. You know what I'm saying? And that's the beauty of the game to me. But I don't know. I think like for me, like my love for the game just came from my pops. Like everybody, literally, all his kids on my dad's side of the family, everybody hoop. Then it's like I seen him do it, so of course I developed a passion for it. Then I just, you know, got better and better over time, and was able to even play a little ABA ball. You know what I'm saying? Which was fun. But
Need more.
huh?
Need more.
Oh no, we pushed it for that. You know, had a little mishap, but you know, I'm getting back strong.
Don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on that.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time, bro. It's really annoying too, by the way. But
That's what I like about your journey. You actually had it around you growing up. I envy that a
Yeah.
little bit. My dad didn't push me to play sports. I played because I wanted to make him happy and impressed. He was for what I did, but he wasn't the type of dad that's like, don't you say you want to do this?
Right.
Like he would like work out with me, but he ain't like say, if I ain't wake up or I ain't get up to do anything,
he was like, oh well, yeah,
it was on me.
yeah.
You had that, so kind of like, dang, I wish I had an older brother who played or a younger brother who played or something like that. Because you know, you see somebody that's close to you, it motivates you.
Even if you don't realize it, it's definitely motivated. But like, and I think for me, now that I'm thinking about it, I got like talked bad about playing football because I was a little heavy set and short. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like in the hood, you know, you play pick it up and run it. You play in every position, and you think you just go. But then I get to middle school, they like, okay, you a little heavy set, you go on the line. And it's like, everybody you know, when you're young, don't nobody want to play on the line. Because it's like, that's not one of the that's not one of the positions that get looked at. You know what I'm saying? It's just not fun. So I'm sitting over here blocking, and then they threw me on the defensive line. I'm trash at that, I can't make a tackle. So I'm like, bro, I wanna run the football, but I'm not the fastest. I wanna throw the football, I don't got the biggest arm. I wanna run routes. I'm still not the fastest.
Yeah, you weren't slow. You were kind of slow back then.
Yeah, I think
remember that.
I think the only reason that I got a little bit of speed is because I'm tall and I just learned how to use my strides. You know what I'm saying? But
back then.
huh?
Not back then. But you know what's crazy though, bro? The line on each side of the line, that's two of the most important spots on the game.
No,
O-line
that's the trenches.
Yeah,
So.
you an O-line and you good, everybody gonna want you.
Yeah.
On D-line, if you can get to that line, beat your opponent, get double teams, and get to the quarterback and running backfield, like bro, that's easy money for anyone. But nobody understands that when you're trying to grow, because everybody want to be running back, quarterback, safe, even corner sometimes.
Yeah.
I locked somebody down. That's talking smack.
Yeah, that's funner than anything. But I just ultimately chose to go towards basketball. But we gotta talk about like the direction of the game going, right? So I know like when I first started playing basketball, like it wasn't a lot of buddy, and even from like what I would see, cause like the way how people talk about Kobe or describe him, like his interaction with his opponents, it's not like that a lot of times. Do you think that that's a good part of basketball, or do you think that's a good thing about basketball, or what? How do you feel about that?
You mean like not being friendly with somebody?
Yeah, like not being as friendly. Cause you know Kobe, people would invite Kobe to go on like vacation. He'd be like, yeah, I'm not kicking with y'all.
Yeah,
Things like that.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Even when we play pickup ball, like I know the dudes, especially being at the same gym over and over.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're gonna build some kind of
rapport.
Yeah, rapport with them.
Yeah.
So, but when it's time to play, I want to win.
Yeah, it ain't no friends between the lines.
I don't care about like my barber. When I played with him a little bit, he cut my hair, but like when it's time to play basketball, I don't care about all that.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't mess my line up. That's wrong. But like, I'm blocking your shot. I'm stealing the ball.
Nah,
I'm
he
scoring.
definitely puts your line back.
Well, see, I don't get the lineups up, so.
Okay. Oh yeah, you got it made.
But yeah, I ain't with that friendly stuff. That's why I don't really kind of like that stuff in the NBA either. I know everybody kind of friendly now. It helped the game because everybody more unified. When they're trying to get unified, they get unified. But sometimes you can kind of tell, at least in some players, that they don't know how to separate that from the game. Like they'll still be like, I'm gonna kill him because I know we just shared drinks last night.
Yeah, I think that's kind of weird. I think that's really weird. But also, I think, you know what's funny? That high school basketball don't actually matter as much as like AAU basketball. You ever thought about that? Because I could literally go a whole summer and wreck like AAU basketball, and I come back to my team in high school and literally have 5-6 offers.
And I think that's probably because of how it is now. Back in the day, high school was the path. AAU wasn't that big. Like I think AAU been around since the '60s, bro.
Yeah.
So but it didn't have like what it is now, where because I think even Ronnie, he said like the little bit of basketball he played in college is because of a little bit of AAU that he played. He couldn't play in school. His parents wouldn't let him play.
I'm telling you, it's summer ball like with your school before you get into season, and then it's AAU. I even got an offer from like summer ball. I dropped like 27, and I get a call from the school. I don't even know how they got my number. Millsap's called, man. It was like, yeah, we want to offer you. You know what I'm saying? You got to take the ACT again and things of that nature. But yeah, I got an offer just like that.
All right, I don't want to run your shit, but you gotta tell me more about Millsap because you never told me for real like how your journey was at high school with the basketball.
So I think what was it? I think I ain't gonna call them offers. They were interests. Yeah. So one was from Pearl River, and that's a JUCO, and I went on a visit, and when I went to the visit, I talked to Coach Mathis at the time, and we chopped it up. He wasn't trying to give me a scholarship. He just wanted me to, enroll to the school and then play like a walk-on, right? Then 2 months later, he ended up getting fired. So I'm like, dang, I don't want to go there, because I built a rapport with that coach, and like I don't know who coming in. He might not even want me. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm kind of shooting myself down. But then I had an interest from Millsap, and they're a private school, and the tuition is through the roof because it's a private school. And they actually don't do scholarships. They do like, I don't even know what it's called. It's kind of like a grant, but it's not like an athletic scholarship. But because they're a private school, their like requirements to get into school was a lot hefty. I think I had like a 21 in ACT or something like that, and they wanted me to take it again so I can get like a 24. Well, yeah, so they can like sub score to make it look like, I don't even know what sub score means.
Yeah, we ain't gonna get to it.
Yeah,
ACT is a scam.
Nah, 100%.
We don't need that.
Yeah, but because it was so expensive and it was like D3, I was just like, I'm better than that. You know what I'm saying? So I just eventually just went to school and I was like, I'm good enough to play ball. I'm gonna try out. But I didn't get a tryout to the JUCO I went to my second year. And then I played decent, but it was kind of like, yeah, you're not all that for us to, put you on a scholarship and have you do another year past your sophomore year. So I was just like, yeah, it's cool. But I just kept on working because I love ball, right? So I kept on working. I guess 2-3 years past me graduating JUCO, I just was like, bro, this is the end. Like I don't want to do it no more. And then my homie Law, he actually was like, bro, nah. Yeah, shout out to Law, bro. He's like, nah, bro, you still got it. You know what I'm saying? The people that I play with, they play college ball. They got aspirations of going overseas and things like that. And you actually keeping up or playing with us or even playing better. So I'm like, damn, he brightened my eyes. Like, okay, wait, I still can go. So then I got the opportunity from Coach Marcus. That's the ABA team, the Ball County Hoopers. And then he gave me a tryout for, I think it was like $25. I paid it. went in there and killed, and I got put on the team. And yeah, that was a fun experience. I feel like the ABA wasn't what it was like back when Dr. J and stuff was playing.
It's no
But
here.
yeah, and it's like the ABA don't get a lot of light either, but you know, it was still fun to play, and you know, semi-pro basketball. A lot of people can't even say they played that. So
They still got talent too.
yeah, and they still talent out there for sure. But yeah, that was pretty much my journey. But you know, I'm working to get towards something else.
Yeah, I didn't mean to hijack it. I just
No, you good, you good.
I think I remember you mentioning Millsap before, but I don't think we ever got into it. I think I was in the army at the time, so
Yeah.
we ain't talk that much.
Yeah, I just didn't want to go there because I'm just like, it's a D3 school. I don't have no problem with Jackson City, you know.
That's where it is?
Yeah, it's like
Somewhere else.
it's either in Jackson or like right on the outskirts of Jackson,
Yeah.
but it's close enough to be
I ain't
Jackson.
even heard of this stuff.
Yeah. I actually had a homie that went there. He played football. You know, I guess he enjoyed himself. You know, he got to play the sport that he loved. So, I mean,
That's the thing, bro.
that's what it's about.
It's the fact that you get to play on the next level is important to me.
No, 100%.
That's why can't sleep on D3, man. Not saying you did, but
Yeah.
anybody, like the kids now, like don't sleep on any of them opportunities, bro. If you want to play the game, there's an opportunity to play. If you just have, sometimes you got to put your pride aside.
Yeah.
And nowadays you got to transport. So if you're killing it in D3, all right, boom, they gonna
Yeah.
find you.
Yeah, if you got talent, somebody gonna
Find
find
you.
that.
Duncan Robinson. I mean, hell, he played D3.
Yeah.
And then he was at Michigan. Now he
Yeah, bro. It's inevitable that if you got talent, you're gonna get found. That's why I support the whole movement about, you know, basketball players or even players in general just going the HBCU route. Because I mean, I just feel like if you a 5-star and you like that and you go to the HBCU, there's no way you can't go to the league.
Exactly.
Because I mean, I know for a fact that if Zion would have went to Jackson State University, he would have created. First of all, he would have created so much revenue for that school that they would have been able to enhance everything. And not only that, with the NIL, oh my goodness, it'd be crazy.
Nah, it's true. We can talk. That's something that we should talk about too. But
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that is the AU, going back to the AU thing, because I think it helps people because they go, now there's more of a national thing.
Yeah.
Now scouts can see like, okay, he going up against some other top recruits he from Georgia, he going up against top guys from New York and LA, California and Texas.
Yeah.
Back then it wasn't like that, more regional or local. So,
and I think that's what it is because in high school you're not gonna get as many talented players as you would like on the AAU circuit. If it's Under Armour or 3-Stripe League or even EYBL, just because everybody can't play on those teams. Like you have to be some form of elite. But
ABCD camps.
yeah, like Brian and Mello back in the day. But what I was about to say, so you know, players get NIL money now, right? How do you think that like influence players going forward as far as like staying their whole length in college? Because if it's me, it's like, okay, so I can go to the league and get an M, or I can stay in college and have a blast and still get those M's. So how do you think that'll influence like players going to the league so soon?
I think it depends on the player himself. Like I know Zion, I remember him vividly saying in the interview with JJ Redick, he wished he could have stayed at Duke. He didn't want to leave Duke because first, obviously, he got hurt with the blowout with the shoe.
Yeah, I remember that.
Season got cut short. When he came back, ACC tournament, I think they lost. I think they won or lost. I can't remember. But basically, he didn't really get the full experience. We didn't see all the Zion,
right?
Even though we saw a good amount of him during that year. And then obviously he's too good to stay. But they had the NIL of now, and that wasn't that long ago, bro. Like what, 5 years ago?
I think. What? Yeah. So I think after he graduated, then it started.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If the NIL was back then, Zion wouldn't have left Duke. No matter what Coach K would have said, Zion would have stayed.
Yeah.
RJ Barrett probably would have stayed too. I think even what's the other boy named Cam Reddish would have stayed.
Yeah. Now they had a team, bro.
Yeah.
They had a roster.
You know,
my goodness.
Bro, I was thinking that this not a while ago. I've mentioned this. If let's say the NIL was sticking around way before, Jason Tatum would have been a junior, because usually people left college in junior year.
Right.
Unless they're really good, it'd be sophomore year. Jason Tatum would have been a junior with freshman Zion, RJ Barrett, and Cam Reddish, along with I think what's that boy name?
They had a big. Was it Marvin Bagley?
Yeah, Marvin Bagley.
Yeah.
And then, well, all right.
I mean, in college, in college he was crazy.
And then the other tall guy, that Harry Giles.
Yeah.
before
Okay.
he
Yeah.
flamed out. They would have had all them boys on the same roster if they were like back. If it was the '90s, all them guys would have been on the team at the same time. Oh, good lord.
Good.
And that's just Duke.
Oh my. Yeah. It's plenty of other. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
UCLA.
Oh my gosh.
Because De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk was on the same team. They would have been
Yeah.
playing with
Book.
yeah.
Book. Tyler Eulis, the Harrison twins.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got Alex Porters, Willie Cauley-Stein,
Mm-hmm.
Cat. Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
That's why I like the NIL because we get to see the old days of college when they had these guys come in. Michael Jordan played with Sam Perkins, bro. Like these guys were on the same team, but Sam Perkins is cold. If y'all know who Sam Perkins is,
If you know, you know.
if you're a hooper, you should know.
Yeah.
Sam Perkins was killing back then.
Nah, he was a bucket.
And we had Michael Jordan, freshman Michael Jordan. And then I think they had James Worthy too.
Yeah, they did have James Worthy because I remember them playing one-on-one all the time
Yeah.
because he was the best on the team at the time.
And then Kenny the Jet came later. Like Michael Jordan, and he was cold in college too. Don't sleep on Kenny the Jet either.
Yeah. Just because he get on the mics and talk now.
That does not mean that was bad. His name was Jet for a reason, bro.
Yeah. Nah.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't know, bro. The NIL, it depends on the player.
Yeah, because I mean, I seen Angel Reese talking in the interview, and she was talking about how she's in no rush. Now, granted, you know, the WNBA and NBA is definitely different when it comes to like money. But she was talking about how she's in no rush to get to the league simply because all the NIL deals she has right now. So it's like she's enjoying herself in college. She just came off a championship run, and what's the purpose? It's like there's no purpose. I might as well stay 4 years, and then if I decide to go to the WNBA, I can. And then on top of that, she's also thinking about the business side of things. She's already securing deals in college. She might not even want to hoop, and you know that's thinking about the bigger picture. You know?
I think that's where I'm actually curious to see how she's gonna do because she's young. I think people forget how young.
Yeah. People think she's like way older than me.
That girl, I think she just turned 20 or something like that, or 21. So she's very young, but already got that mindset about business. If she left for the WNBA right now, she would make less money just off the basic salary that they have.
Exactly.
She's not gonna get no big. I think the biggest contract you get in the WNBA like maybe $100K.
Yeah.
Or some change. I mean, she already made more than that.
Yeah, probably just off one deal.
Right. So
I think she got 17 and counting, I guess.
So I think it just depends on the future prospects that they have.
Yeah.
NBA is gonna always be there, and so for NBA college guys going to the NBA, they have it's kind of like the same. They have maybe more to make in the NBA, more freedom because you still have some restrictions as a college athlete.
You're right.
I think it just depends on the player. Like obviously, if for example, if LeBron went to college and he had to stay for a year, he wasn't going to stay in college even with the NIL.
Yeah, because a lot of times the coaches push you out too.
Yeah,
They're like, bro, there's no way you should.
He always wanted to play in the NBA. So some people's dreams gonna probably be like, no, I want to leave.
Yeah.
So I hear all this money y'all talking about, but I don't want to leave.
Yeah. So you know, the WNBA players, or you know, the women in basketball, always been pushing for more money. Do you think that it can change in the future? Or
yeah, I think it is going to change. I think it already changing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's changing now currently.
Because social media for real, everybody has more voices, so they can.
Yeah.
Because this is the thing. This is my theory about the WNBA and why it ain't take off all the way yet. If we look at the NBA, when they first started, like you had George Mikan, and then maybe Bob Pettit, Bill Russell later came, and then all them boys on the Celtics, and then Will Chamberlain. They were like singular players who captured everybody's attention.
Right.
And the NBA, I don't know how they marketed back then, but I know by the time Dr. J, Kareem, Larry Bird, Magic really came, and then Jordan, that's when they started to market these players like the big stars. The WNBA, if you don't pay attention to it, you ain't gonna know who really the top guys is, it's the top women are. Except Diana, it's the same people all the time. Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird, and now it's Breonna Stewart. It's always the same people. Meanwhile, you got people like, well, obviously Brittany Griner's top, but
Yeah, she's back.
one of my favorite players, Lexi Brown. She's like a shooter, great player, killed it in Duke, ain't getting no shine for the WNBA. What's that girl name?
We skipped past Maya Moore. Right. Even though she's not in the WNBA anymore.
No, she's retired. But even Maya Moore, she played. If they're for them dudes, ignorant dudes out there that be like, oh man, they don't play that no. If there was a woman player that played like a guy, Maya Moore.
Oh yeah, for sure. Maya Moore was tough.
And Simone Augustus, they played like guys. So their game looked like guys. So if they went, but they never got no shine. Maya was quiet, Simone was quiet. They just killed and went on about their business, winning championship. In WNBA, they really marketed them, but they would market Diana and Sue all the time. Yeah. Same people. I think WNBA has to do better with marketing individual players to all, like, not just give shine to just three guys, three players, give it to everybody, give it to every star on the team. There's 12 teams in the league. All right, that means we got 12 superstars that y'all can be marketing. Right.
Because if you think about the NBA, think about how many how many guys got their own signature shoe.
Yes.
You know, that in itself is just marketing. And then you got, like you say, it's different teams throughout the NBA.
13 teams.
Exactly.
A superstar for every one of them.
Exactly. So, I mean, you can market through teams, you can market through shoe deals and all kind of stuff. But yeah. But I think the main difference is that like the what is it, the media contract that allow our players get paid so much more? Well, yeah, the NBA guys get paid so much more. Why don't women get that, you believe?
Because they
is it like the entertainment factor?
Investors.
Okay.
In entertainment, because you still have a lot of ignorant people who think the WNBA is entertaining, you know. Yeah. But I think that's a lie. Yeah. And it's always been a lie, because when Cheryl Swoops was dropping 40 balls, that's like the pinnacle of what you want to see. A lot of people like to see a lot of scoring. Well, Cheryl Swoops was dropping 40 balls in college and her pro career. Yeah.
Because I know a lot of times the difference that I hear is like, I can watch a woman score 40, but it's how she scores it. I guess that's like for a deep basketball fan, because it's entertaining to watch somebody get dunked on. You know what I'm saying? Or I know a woman can cross a girl up too, or a woman can cross a woman up, but it's like, I don't know. That's what I always hear.
Yeah. Look,
I guess it's like a preference thing.
It's a preference thing.
But they also don't shine a lot on WNBA basketball.
True. Yeah. And then unfortunately, this is one thing I will say hurts the game as far as the flashiness go. Yeah. And at least from our perspective, WNBA, they play more team ball. So the one-on-ones that we get in the NBA, the cross-ups and the drives to the rim.
We're not getting a lot of that in
WNBA. Yeah, because they play more fundamentally sound. So like that help side gonna always be there. The attacking the screen. Like women play smarter, I think, in a sense. Like they're gonna do more on the court than the guys do. Like we see all the time. I think that was who playing Celtics and Heat. Yeah. Jason Tatum crossed up his guy, got past the second line, and then he had a free lane. Nobody, even though the help was there, they knew, Jason Tatum may dunk on me, or I can't foul him because now he wants the line because he makes free throws. So the help side just said, I'll let you go. In WNBA, nope. You get past that first. Last night it happened. I think Jewel Lloyd, she crossed up, got past the first guy, went to the lane, and the help side came right over. She had to pass out, or she put up a bad shot and missed it.
You don't see a lot of that in NBA ball, for sure. Because, I mean, they don't play defense half the time.
Nobody can play.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Don't start. Don't start.
Nobody played. Look, I'm trying to think right now. The only person I know that played defense in the NBA is Draymond Green. And even then, he gave up a lot of stuff. And I think that's because they gonna call a foul that ain't there. Yeah. And then now he got 4 fouls and 2 in 1 quarter.
Yeah, but speaking of the playoffs, what do you think about it this year?
I think this is a very competitive playoffs.
Yeah, 100%.
Top to bottom. I don't like it. I hate the play-in. I think I told you about it. I hate the play-in.
Yeah, you definitely told me about that. Why you hate it?
I hate the play-in because there's no, in my mind, as we talked about the competitiveness, if the top 18 is supposed to make it, and the 7 and 8 we maybe had some injuries, or we had chemistry issues, fired the coach, and then we got hot, or we started off bad, now we catching heat. Yeah, and we busted our butt to stay within the 1 through 8, and then all of a sudden now you're telling me, oh, but now we gotta play a play-in with number 9 and 10, who ain't been doing nothing all year, probably had injuries worse than us, but they just hang by thread. Normally they won't make the playoffs because they ain't gonna have it anyway.
Right.
Now you're telling me that they got one chance to knock me off, and then depending on where I'm at in the 7 through 10, I think 9 and 10 they lose the first game, they're done completely. And then like if you lose the 7 to 8,
they got to play.
You got to play again.
Yeah.
You lose the first game, now you play another game.
It's like a consolation round.
Yeah, it's dumb.
I feel like it's like
it's more mediocrity.
Yeah, it's like here. It's like a handout.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, you did good. Okay, here we go. Type stuff.
It started with Zion because everybody knows the Pelicans always been on the cusp of 1 through 8.
Going to the playoffs, yeah.
They tried to get Zion in there during the bubble. That's when they started doing that crap. And then that's how they got the Pelicans in the bubble. And Dame, because they had no shot before the 1 through 8. And it was like, oh, we gotta get Zion in there, for money. Because he's high flying, exciting, and that's why it was made.
Right.
And it ain't worked because hell, the Pelicans been in the playoffs twice now, or playing twice, and Zion ain't been there one time. I don't think he's played the playoff game. If he has,
dang, you're right. I don't think he played it.
Like they made it that one year,
and he got hurt.
He never played.
Yeah.
This year, I think if they did make it to the play, he would have got a chance to play.
Yeah, he was talking about what was his mental or something like that. I know he hurts. He did something to his knee, but then he got healthy, and then he was like,
it was hamstring.
Oh, it was hammy?
Yeah.
Well, the knee. It was his knee the first time, and then it was his hammy, and then his hammy got strong enough for like court activity, and then he was saying that he's just not ready.
Yeah, he feel like he was done.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't say nothing about.
I can't knock that 100%.
You don't know what they going through with the body.
But yeah, he still ain't never played a playoff game.
He hasn't.
Man, that's crazy.
But that's what they made the playing for, was for him, because they all knew that the Pelicans aren't a 1 through 18 for real. So how can we get them in there where we can maybe bounce out a boring team like Minnesota or Denver or whoever who ain't as exciting and put this new star into the biggest stage
that everybody love. Yeah. So what we got? We got the Heat and Celtics. They playing with game 6 tonight. Yeah. Who you got tonight?
I personally don't care.
Yeah.
But I'll say this: the Heat should win because they're back at home. They ain't take care of business the last 2 games, which is shocking. I think it's shocking because
but the Celtics did start playing better basketball,
which is
out of
crazy.
nowhere.
That's what I've been mad about, bro.
Yeah.
Like where was this at before? Because now it's like.
But in saying that, the Heat was playing lights out, bro. So I guess that's just like strangling as a team. I don't know.
They not better than the Celtics.
They're really not.
They're really not. I know paper don't matter, but if we line up the paper, rosters, they're not better than the Celtics.
They're really not.
But
I guess it's just like your will, because playoff Jimmy different, bro. And I think his whole demeanor is like literally passed on to the whole roster, and they just able to play absolutely amazing basketball.
But when he's tired, like I think he's the only one I know that is outside of LeBron, where he's like visibly tired. You can tell. He may not. There was some key about this the other day. I was like, Jimmy, you can tell like he may want to coach, and then if they can keep it close, that last thing he's like, all right.
You gotta turn around, because that's what you're really supposed to do. You're supposed to coach like the first 3 quarters. Like, of course you're gonna hit some shots, and you might have to even jump on a couple loose balls.
Especially if you have guys like on your team that can get you there.
And then what it is Jimmy want to be on the floor, because I remember in 2020 in the bubble. You remember that meme where he was like leaning on the goal? He was tired then. He was gassed.
They won that game.
Yeah, but that's crazy because it's like he ain't had he hasn't gotten any help, and it's like he still got the whole organization on his back right now. I love Jimmy though. He always turned up in the playoffs.
I think the Heat could have gotten him more help, but because of how they do things, I think that runs a lot of guys away because they don't want to work hard. That Heat coach they talk about, like if you ain't willing to work hard, and a lot of superstars we talk about people that love the game or not. Some of these guys don't love the game, so they're not gonna want to put in the extra work like the Heat gonna put them through. They gonna want to party.
Right.
So I think that's the reason why Demi hasn't got anybody to come down there to really help him, like another superstar. Because nowadays, bro, the league is too talented where if you ain't got no legitimate Robin or another guy that can get you a bucket
Right.
with you or change the game with
Yeah.
you, you're not winning.
And I think they look at Tyler Hero for that too, but you know he's injured right now.
And that's crazy because he was a rookie.
And they gave him the keys.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I'm happy for that guy. I remember when he first got on the ball in life. Like,
yeah, they was clowning him. I ain't gonna lie.
He could hoop, and I was like,
he can.
Okay. Where did he go to college?
He went to Kentucky.
Okay.
Yeah, he went to Kentucky, and he came out after his freshman season. I didn't think he was ready, but you know what I know.
I don't think anybody thought he was ready.
But you know what? I think a lot of times that draft training, I think it ultimately like flip a switch inside you and make you, you know, prepared to get to the league and, you know, you figure out your game your rookie year, or even, you know, you go in there and just make shots, because that's the difference between like every level of basketball or just shot making. Like I can go to a program right now, it ain't gonna be a lot of missed shots. And if it is missed shots, it ain't bad misses. Like we might go to a regular run, you see 9 air balls, and we playing the 15, and then you think about it, like pro runs don't even beat to like 15 or nothing like that.
Maybe like 7.
Yeah, it's 7. Like everybody play defense because 7 points is not a large amount of points to get to, and then you know they make it even tougher and play everything by ones. But I know one thing though, they better hurry up and make some shake because Denver just resting.
What do you think, man?
I want to see history, so I just want to see, you know, JT now.
Look, this is what I'm saying. Since they wasted our time the first 3 games,
Yeah.
they better win this whole series. Because otherwise, if they lose, anytime they had lost the other game or the game before, they wasting our time, bro. Because it's like, y'all ain't played the first 3 games, and now y'all want to start playing, and then you're on elimination. Every game's an elimination. So at this point, y'all
I better get right.
Might as well.
But I know if the Heat lose tonight, they're in trouble.
Oh, yes.
Because we going back to Madison Square, not Madison Square, but TD. Yeah.
Anything goes against them. So
Yeah.
it's on them, man. I don't care.
Yeah.
But
they finna have a well rested Denver, and I don't think a rusty Denver or well rested.
Probably both. But then I'll say this: if Boston wins, they're gonna be beat up.
Yeah.
And he gonna be beat up if they gotta get to the game, if they have to take game 7 to win. Denver should win this.
I don't think either team have enough for Denver.
I think Boston could beat them, but I think Boston could beat them if they ain't have to go through 7 games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you know, Denver also has an advantage too because they play high altitude.
That's actually what I was thinking about. I don't think, because I thought LeBron and them was gonna suffer from that.
Yeah.
When they played, they didn't seem like they suffered, bro. I remember when the Suns played, like Chris Paul was dying in game 1, bro.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times the players talk about the first 5 minutes. It's the worst. So it's like after you get through the first 5 minutes, you're good. Because I remember watching game 1, you know, Denver was the high seed, so of course they got home court advantage. And in game 1, we had like that late start.
Lakers?
Yeah, Lakers had that late start, and then we put together a comeback in the second half. But I was like, they gas. That's why we're playing like this.
I think Lakers were prepared.
Yeah.
Compared to the Suns, I think they were better prepared because there was no drop. I didn't feel like there was no drop off.
Yeah, because I don't know, maybe I don't know how they do it, but maybe they went there early.
Yeah, they were there.
Yeah.
I think LeBron had said something about it, like he was there, like you just gotta get here and get going, get in the gym.
Yeah.
Like don't even play around with it.
Man, I have never experienced anything like that. Playing up on the sea level like that. Dang, that's kind of crazy.
I mean, I've been to Denver. You don't feel it when you walk around.
They say your ears popped though, right?
I don't remember that. I know it was cold, but I don't remember feeling different from the air. Now,
like breathing and stuff like that.
Walking around. So I think physical activity is gonna probably be a different story. But these are pro athletes, bro. They're supposed to be in shape.
Yeah,
you know you're
that's what they get paid to do for sure.
And you know, it ain't like it's a mystery you're playing Denver. You see them on your schedule.
Mm-hmm.